Alright guys, so just doing a little different video style here on I know I haven't posted for a little bit. I'm gonna have a scale mail video coming pretty soon. We went out with some friends, did some more what I consider like the link trucks, like the bigger tires, kind of the basher crawler type stuff. Anywho, went out with the hauler here and did some just with the stock tires on his course again. It was with the Stevens 304 RC. You guys can check him out here on YouTube. It's a beautiful day out here, sun shining. I finally got all the 9 million screws Loctited down on these new wheels, so I'm gonna flip this camera around here, and if it looks a little different, I'm using my little budget cheap Light camera here for my action cam to do this video. So we're gonna get this flipped around, so let's get this turned off and I'll get you flipped around and turned back on. Okay, so this is on the TRX6 hauler. These are the JCONCEPTS holds. They say they're 4.75, but they're actually taller than a 4.75 tire. They work pretty well. We'll get you a walk around here. I've got them on my cheap budget Ally Express wheels that actually came out pretty good, and my bead lock rings here that I finally got everything Loctited up on. And hold on one second. Okay, so back to it here, guys. Like I was saying, these are the JCONCEPTS. They are actually a little bit taller than a 4.75 tire. These are about as big as what you're going to be able to go on a TRX6 without spacing out your links and changing your driveline links back here in the back to keep your tires from rubbing together. I get just a tiny bit of tire scrub on my bed on flex, and I get a little bit of tire rub up in here inside on my inner fenders on this hauler. So we're gonna run it around up here on a couple of spots, and I'll show you guys. These things worked flawless, and I'll show you a couple places here. Said it's really just not a scale trailing video or anything, just showing you guys the tires. We're on a pretty steep hill right here. These tires worked. I've already ran about a half a pack through it on a 3S. We'll shut the camera off and we'll go over here. Alright, so we got a kind of a spot right here. I'm gonna come down it here if I can get this out of the way. I've got my homemade lantern set up. Now, I completely hung up here with the stock tires. It would hit down. So these actually gave me a lot more clearance right there. And you can maybe make out the rub. So alright, so we're going to try our next problem here. This is one of my test spots. I always test that in the yard here, guys. We got the little rock here, this spot. Now the stock tires wouldn't make this one or the spot over there because I didn't have the ground clearance with the stock tires. So, and I'm still running the stock ESC, just a Holmes Trailmaster Sport. In this one, not a Crawlmaster, just the Trailmaster. And I made this a second ago with no problems. I'm kind of sitting on the opposite side, so I can't see my tire placement on the other side. There we go. I had to get my tire placement. This thing just absolutely is a monster with these tires on there. So we're going to turn it around and bring it back down right here towards us, and we're going to try our other spot. Actually, we'll try this one at another angle. We'll try this one at another angle first. These things work so nice. And taking that dovetail off the back part of this bed helped tremendously on it. So, let me get the camera shut off. We'll switch over to the other side. Alright, so it's going to be harder for me to film. Turn this around a little bit here so I can drive a little better. Now that I can see my tire placement here, where we're at, I think I can get up this a little easier because it walked it the last time really super easy. And I dropped my front tires over. There we go. Just like that right there. I knew I could get up it easier. And it is a little still wet here because we've gotten so much rain today. I really do like this hauler, guys. This thing's super capable for what it is. For being such a long wheelbase, this thing performs well. And this is all stock foams in these tires. I haven't changed any of the foams. These tires clean out really well if you're running in the mud. Of course, you know, they kind of are designed like a mud tire. But, I mean, they clean out like super well. I'm gonna see if I can get us up this harder area here. And you can see where I'm hitting downs right there. And that's why the fuel tanks are off this thing, because it just would not do it with the fuel tanks on it. You gotta kind of come over there at that angle. And I've dug out a hole right there, so. That skid plate that they sell right there from AJ Custom Mods helps out a bunch too. It eliminated my hang-ups there. So if anybody's looking for something that slides a lot better with dry shaft protection on the hauler, that skid plate was well worth it, man. Alright. I gotta get us at our right spot here. There we go. I knew she'd eat it once I got it at the right spot, so. Alright, let's come over here to our other spot. We gotta clean our tires out first. Alright guys, so we're gonna get this bad boy turned around here. Like I said, the image quality won't be as good on this action camera as it is my phone. I need to get a new action camera that has like closer to 4K better image quality, and better stabilization as well. But we're gonna try this spot. She wouldn't pull this with the stock tires at all. It just didn't have the clearance on it. It wouldn't even get up to this point. And that was my fault. I didn't come far enough over. There's a line right here that you kinda, there you go. So, and there's that skid plate I was talking about from AJC, I can't remember. It's AJ's Customs Mods on eBay. It just lets it slide over this stuff. You know, that his 3D print, it's 3D printed, but it held up to pretty hard beating and stuff the other day on Steven's 304 RC's course. So, yeah, so we'll come back down here. And I'm gonna get a 1080, probably G2 for this. I'm not gonna waste putting the 2-in-1 in it, because I have this Trailmaster Sport's pretty much a new motor, and this thing works so well with just the stock Traxxas ESC. I don't really need the 2-in-1 in it. You know what I mean? I don't run my basher stuff that much. Just really when I go out with 304 Steven's 304 RC, and every once in a while we get a little rambunctious and what I call the basher crawlers more. So, and man, these tires, they work phenomenal. I mean, the stock foams in them weren't good, and this truck's even heavy. You know, these haulers aren't exactly light. So, man, these Holds are fantastic tires, and I love the look of them because, you know, they're aggressive. I like that aggressive mud looking tire on my stuff that I go hard with. Tell you what, man, for $20 for those wheels right there, was money well spent. Closer look at those wheels, and they're like a green and black and purple rainbow. Hold on one second. Okay guys, so I did notice something coming down here. I'll show you. You'll listen to this when it rubs. So right there at a breakover, you will get a little scrub between the two tires. It's not terrible. Once you hit a breakover point with it, they'll quit and they'll just free up. I just thought that was something that I might share with you guys. So we're gonna come down here to the spot over here. What? So anywho, we're gonna run up our little course spot here. Let's see. Am I gonna make that? Oh yeah. Just drug the bumper a little bit, so I could have unlocked my disc, probably made that turn a little easier. So just running our little spot right here, our nature-made Rain Valley old house trail course that we run at all the time. Sorry guys, had to adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. And these tires just perform freaking fantastic. I mean, this is nothing for this rig anyways, but this thing just performs terrible driving. Drive clear up on, it gets so much traction, it just pulled me right up on top of the house, so, or right up on the wall of the house, and I wasn't paying attention, so, we'll run it back down here. So, you're right, the wasps are everywhere.
Where?
They're over there on that thing. I can't even sit down on the water by the meter. So anyhow, what I was saying there, guys, these tires will perform, not that there's anything really wrong with the Canyon Trails on these, but the one thing I have noticed about the Canyon Trails on the hauler versus the regular TRX4, the Canyon Trails on the hauler are a little bit smaller. They're more of a 4.6 tire, or at least they were on this one. So I needed a little bigger of a tire on this to get my bumper clearance, because even with my homemade bumper here that I have, I was still hitting down a little bit, but not terrible. So now, I mean, it still hits down, but it's livable. You got to kind of find your own angle to get into everything with it, but it's not terrible. But these tires help tremendously with that too. So it kind of took almost all of my clearance problems. I know they're flying around here everywhere. So I just wanted to do a little tire test here for you guys on the holds. And these things work really, really fantastic. Just to show you guys, well worth what JCONCEPT, if you're looking for an aggressive tire, you know, these JCONCEPT The Holds are definitely worth it. They work good, don't they? Yeah. They're gonna haul, it's gonna haul the otter. We're gonna haul the otter around here. We'll haul the otter back to the house to safety, away from all the bees. We got a major wasp problem around this area, especially after mowing yesterday. We got a heavy load of the otter on the back here. You want to offload it here at your spot? You're gonna load all your, I don't know, they might stay on there. We're gonna load up the TRX6 here with all of her toys and haul them back. The bees aren't as bad on your table, are they?
No.
I'll
carry the dog.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna. Yeah, don't forget your money.
I found it. It's laying on the porch.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it's laying on the porch.
So we're gonna haul the toys here. We got a big load to haul in back up here to the other table to bee safety. Look at that. We didn't even lose anything. Oh yeah, I couldn't see. You were walking in front of me. All right, we're gonna haul them over here, and she's gonna offload.
No, Dad.
What? Where am I hauling them to? Oh.
That's where the bees are. Excuse me. No, got stuck in the front.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go over here to our rock spot. I'm gonna kick this bad boy up into second gear. This thing will roll in 3S. So we'll get back into first here. Love this holler, man. It might be kind of growed up for the rock spot here. Grass is pretty tall. I don't know. We'll see how these tires go. See how these tires work. Oh yeah. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. That was nothing for it. Let's see if we can come up here. Yeah, right over. Little beating and bashing, but we got up over it. Alright, so this thing is just a freaking tank, man. It's just a tank. I don't know what else to say about the hauler. The vines are getting wrapped up around everything. There we go. Well, that wasn't much of a test. Alright. So, haven't pulled anything out of a bead. Everything looks like it's staying pretty well inside the beads of the wheels. I gotta recenter my steering servo. I upgraded to it's got a reefs in there because I had it laying around because the stock Traxxas servos are just kind of in my opinion, they're kind of a joke to me, but no offense to anybody, but I just don't care for the stock Traxxas servos, so we'll stop this right here and I'll slop this on the trunk of my junker. So for all you guys that made it to the end of the video, congratulations, and I appreciate it, and thank you. These are the tires that we've been running here. Like I said before, earlier in the video, JCONCEPTS The Holds. These are supposedly their 4.75s, but they're actually taller. Gave me the extra clearance that I ended up needing on this rig. So these are the cheap Amazon basher bead lock ring that I buy and put on most of my wheels because it keeps the wheel itself from getting beat up. These things seem to be doing pretty good though. I really like these. They've gripped on every surface so far. They've gripped on mud, rock so far. I'll take it out and try it on the rocks down there later this week. If we've had a lot of flooding, we've even had some tornadoes and stuff come in. So last couple days has been the only nice days we've been able to get. So yeah, but these are the tread design on them right here. Let me get it steered out so you guys can. That's the tread design. It's kind of like a bogger. This is about the most you're going to be able to clear right here, like I was saying before. This is about the most you're going to be able to clear in the back, and I still get a little bit of that, though. I showed you where they kind of will rub one another a little bit. So, that's the skid plate, the AJC mod skid plate. You can see it right here. I actually see, guys, look, it's busted right there. So I did manage to break that. Look at that. So that is broken. The back corner of that busted off on the AJC. So anybody that gets one of these or whatever, I guess that was kind of cracked and I never noticed it till now. So I can epoxy that back on. I probably won't. This part I actually don't even need to really worry about that much. It looks like it's busted. I'll have to see how far up that broke. So yeah, see, that's the problem you get with 3D stuff. See, look, it's cracked the whole way. So I'm gonna get a hold of him and see what he says on that one. I'll try to repair this. I'll try to repair it a little bit, but I was pretty rough on it. But yeah, that skid plate, it busted. So I'll get a hold of him and see what kind of warranty. I'm not gonna lie, but that shouldn't have broke like that already. The tabs have held up fine with the screw down, but you can see that skid plate. I think I got this hooked back and forth on some rocks down at the course over the weekend probably, and that's what busted that. So there you go. There's a slight little review. Keep that in mind if you're going to be hard on your hauler. I use this one, so that right there, that ain't good. That's the first real hard trail run it's gotten. And that's busted. That's clearly, you can see that's broke. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if I could recommend that part or not to anybody. It should have lasted more than one run. Nothing else is busted on here. Everything else is fine. So that kind of sucks. May have to look at, unfortunately, getting me some kind of metal skid plate here. And I don't like metal because the metal digs in and don't slide as well. But the metal will hold up better, obviously. So, or I may see about repairing this one. So kind of sucks. In the RC Dungeon, there's our little review here. Mainly was just for the tires from JCONCEPTS The Hold. These are the 1.9s. You guys can find them online. These are the green compound. Stock foams and everything. They work fantastic. So from the RC Dungeon, peace. Alright guys, so just doing a little different video style here on I know I haven't posted for a little bit. I'm gonna have a scale mail video coming pretty soon. We went out with some friends, did some more what I consider like the link trucks, like the bigger tires, kind of the basher crawler type stuff. Anywho, went out with the hauler here and did some just with the stock tires on his course again. It was with the Stevens 304 RC. You guys can check him out here on YouTube. It's a beautiful day out here, sun shining. I finally got all the 9 million screws Loctited down on these new wheels. So I'm gonna flip this camera around here, and if it looks a little different, I'm using my little budget, cheap Yeelight camera here for my action cam to do this video. So we're gonna get this flipped around. So let's get this turned off, and I'll get you flipped around and turned back on.